Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of Raco Del Turia, which is a restaurant in Valencia, Spain. It's located at 10 Carrer de Ciscar in the example region in Valencia. And it is a family-run restaurant that specializes in traditional Valencia food since 1991. And you'll see in the next pictures, the main dining room is decorated with Valencian ceramics and original paintings. It is a bit away from the old town, about maybe a 15-20 minute walk. So it's not really in the tourist district. I think a lot of locals go there. Of course, tourists also go there because it's very well known for its paella and very authentic Valencia food. This is the inside of the restaurant. As you can see, very good atmosphere, gives you the feel of Valencia. I love this kind of more ambiance that's localized, not kind of just generic and more modernized, more Michelinized. This is just authentic and love the atmosphere. So I love the whole setting on this. Again, it's not really a tourist destination. Tourists do go, but all the business people were there. Local people were there. So it's a very good restaurant. We start with the Valencian salad. We actually saw the table next to us have that, and it was so good that we decided to order. It's 15 euros, but I think it's quite a large size. It has lettuce, Valencian tomatoes, carrots, spring onion, olives, eggs, tuna belly, and dressed in a vinaigrette. Lovely. You can see the tuna belly is on the top of this, but everything looks so fresh. The tomatoes were so nice. The lettuce, everything looks so fresh and so appealing. And we saw the person next to us just scarf it down. It was like, wow, we should start with that. So it's a huge salad, and it was myself and my wife, and so it's a nice thing to share for either 2 or 4 people. I'm having some of the Valencian salad. As you can see, it's a pretty packed place, but it's nice and crowded, pretty neat. Salad looks nice and fresh, got a lot of great stuff, ingredients in it. Next, we had the grilled squid for 1950 euros, and this is seasoned with extra virgin olive oil, parsley, and garlic. Valencia is known for its seafood, and this is really, really great. We have seafood in many different cities, but the difference with this is the smokiness. It really gets some type of a little bit of charring or smokiness on the squid. The squid is so tender and it's perfect. The virgin olive oil, which is, I believe, Spanish in this situation. Spain also has great olive oil and a little garlic, and it's almost like a pesto sauce. It was really, really good. This is my second course at Raco Del Turia, and I showed you it's the squid. Valencia is famous for its seafood, particularly the squid. And you can see it just by the look of it. It looks very juicy, it looks tender. Let's try a taste of it. What I love about it, you get the chewiness of the squid, but it's still tender. A little bit of smokiness, and then you get a little bit of sauce. I think it's mostly a pesto and olive oil sauce. I really enjoy it. This is really, really good. This is what the restaurant is known for, paella. So we did not have the Valencian paella, which is traditional, that contains rabbit. My wife doesn't eat rabbit, so we passed on that. But we had instead the Señoret's paella, which is 24 euro per person, minimum 2 people. So this is 48 euro. And it contains peeled prawns, monkfish, and cuttlefish. Really different than what we normally think of as paella. Really yellow color with the saffron. It's huge and it's quite oily in terms of there's lots of olive oil in there. And it is also quite thin pan, so that the rice is kind of sticky. It got a little bit of, when you have a rice cooker and at the end you kind of have this kind of crunchy bits of rice. That's kind of what it tastes like a little bit, but it's really neat texture. That's not what we normally see in Vancouver. So really neat. It's kind of like thin crust pizza, thin crust paella that's got a little rice kind of a charred rice component to it that's kind of crunchy. So it's really neat.
I just had the seafood paella. It's still very good. As you can see, the color is magnificent. It's got the saffron. I'm looking at the shrimp. It looks very tender. Let's try and taste of it. The rice has got a bit of chewiness. Saffron comes out with the flavor. It really pairs really well. This is probably why they need a classic pairing with it. With the pairing, I've got a bobo wine. So the bobo wine is a grape varietal local to Valencia. It's a little bit more on the tannic, austere, backward side, but still really fruity. I think it goes really well with the saltiness of the paella.
I asked the staff to pick out a wine pairing for me for the paella, and they picked out a local wine made from the Bobal grape. They only charged me €6.75, €6.75 for a glass of this, and it really went really well. It's from a wine region near Valencia, so localized region from Bruno Marsano, which is a good producer. And I think it really paired well. So the Bobal grape is, to me, I kind of describe it as close to the tannic grape of Uruguay. And it's got good acidity, good tannin structure, and very lots of black fruit. So it actually does pair quite well with the paella, medium bodied, so doesn't kind of overshadow paella taste. Having such a great time, and the meal was so great, we asked them for desserts. So firstly, we had Coco de Landa for €7.75. This is a tiger nut cake with horchata ice cream and custard. So very localized spin on things. Tiger nuts, horchata are things that we kind of heard about. Not kind of my cup of tea. Not that it wasn't done well. I think the actual cake and the ice cream was done very well. It's just I'm not a big tiger nut and horchata person. It kind of tastes like if you have those white rabbit candies, that type of kind of milkiness. It's like a cross between evaporated milk and almond. And so it's kind of neat, but again, I'm more a chocolate person. That's just a personal preference. I don't think it's a bad dessert. If you like kind of nuttiness, almonds and things like that, I think you'll like this dessert. And then we had a scoop of the nougat ice cream for €6.5. Again, lots of ice cream, like 3 scoops for $6.50. I think that's a very good deal. Again, it's not my nougat is not my cup of tea, and my wife enjoyed it. It's more like if you like this kind of marzipan type taste to things, then you might like this. The ice cream itself, the quality was there. It's just a personal preference for me that I like more like chocolatey, lemony type desserts. But I really still like to I enjoyed it because it was kind of very local and it's not things that we would normally see. So it's worth a try. All in all, really had a great experience. Don't quite understand why this is not a Michelin recommended restaurant, even a 1-star restaurant. Food quality is exceptional, very nice localized spin. Doesn't have the fanciness, but great ambiance, good service, knowledgeable people with the wine and the food, speak good English also. So I'm not sure what's wrong with this restaurant in terms of what Michelin thinks about it. So I'm going to give it a strongly recommend. I really think if you're in Valencia, you should eat localized food, and this is a very legitimate local restaurant. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Until next time, happy eating.